Yo, what's up? This your boy Yatta. Welcome back to another video of Yatta Vibes, where we talk about music. We talk about the year the album came out that I chose. We get 1992 today, y'all. 1992. Where were you at? Where were you at in 1992? I remember where I was at. I was, well, when this particular album that I'm talking about today came out, it came out in the summertime. So the summer of 92, I was in the 8th grade going to the 9th grade, getting ready for high school. It was a dope time in my life. Didn't even realize how dope it was, but it was cool. So let's go back to 92. The average home cost $122,000, right? So the average income for a home was $30,000 a year. You won't pay rent. You're gonna pay rent monthly for $519 a month. That was the average cost. You want to go somewhere in the whip? Gas gonna run you $1.05 a gallon. $1.05. You want to buy a new whip? You're gonna pay $17,000. $17,000 for a new car was the average price for that. Alright, let's see. The #1 movie in 1992, believe it or not, Reservoir Dogs. Quentin Tarantino, Reservoir Dogs, classic. If you ain't seen that, go check that one out. Top TV shows in 92, 60 Minutes, and Roseanne. Yep, Roseanne. I think #3 was like Home Improvement or something like that. I think so. So yeah. So 60 Minutes was the #1 TV show in 92. Let's see, 92, a lot of drama happened in 92. Let's see, first, I'm gonna say this. Bill Clinton beat George Bush, the daddy. He beat him out for presidency of the United States. Let's see, John Gotti was sentenced to life in prison. Jeffrey Dahmer was sentenced to life in prison in 92. The LA riots kicked off in 92 because 4 LA police officers, they were acquitted of using excessive force against Rodney King. LA wasn't having that. Nope, they weren't playing. Let's see, and some lighter news. We're gonna stay in LA for this one. Dr. Dre releases his classic, The Chronic, classic hip hop album, Forever, right? The Chronic album, 92, that came out in December. I can't remember the exact date, but I think it was saying December 15th. Yep, December 15th, I think. 1992 summer, U.S. Dream Team, Magic, Bird, and Jordan. That's the first year that the U.S. allowed NBA players to play in Olympics to represent the U.S. So we already know how that story went. I mean, them brothers was winning by no less than 25 points. They was beating their opponents 25, 30, 45 points. It was a slaying, right? So so let me see what else. Celebrities that was born in 92: Cardi B, 21 Savage, Miley Cyrus, Kyrie Irving, and who else? Somebody else. Odell Beckham Jr. They all was born in 1992. Now, we're going to get to this classic album, which is my favorite by her. A lot of people say, you know, another album, but we're going to see. This is my favorite album. This is the album of this video today, right here. Mary J. Blige, What's the 411? 1992. It came out on July 28th. Uptown Records. Andre Harrell, Sean Puffy Combs was the producer of this album. This was Mary J's first album that she ever created. Mary J was discovered. She did she was in a mall or something like that, and there was this booth, and she recorded herself singing. She was singing "Caught Up in the Rapture" by Anita Baker. Somehow, the story goes, the tape gets to Andre Harrell. He goes visit her apartment, I think out in Yonkers, New York. Rest is history. They bring out this album. This album is important because this album caused her to be titled the Queen of Hip Hop Soul. This album came out on the cusp of this New Jack Swing thing that was going on. I talked about the New Jack Swing doing a video prior. Go check that out. That was about Ali Shore. But the New Jack Swing era, that was like real influential because you have these funky beats mixed with a kind of like a hip hop feel, and they was basically party vibes, right? So this album right here was a combination of that, with Puffy being a producer. It was called Hip Hop Soul because you had Mary's voice on top of these hip hop tracks, and you just got classic after classic. This album, you just push play. Let me give you an idea. The first single off this album was You Remind Me, classic. Second single, Real Love, classic. Real Love actually went #1 on the R&B charts. Third single, Reminisce, classic. Fourth was a remake, Sweet Thing, from Shaka Khan and Rufus. It ain't Shaka, but it's Mary's version, so it's still dope. Love No Limit. Let me tell you about Love No Limit. That was the fifth song off the album that was released. Love No Limit apparently almost didn't make the album. As dope as that song is, it almost didn't make the album, but it did. It was the final song to get put on the album. Happy they did. Now, out of all those songs that I just named, they all dope. They all classics. My favorite song on this album is actually a song with Mary and KC from Jodeci. It's a song called I Don't Want to Do Anything. Slow joint. Devontae Swain from Jodeci produced it. Mary and KC singing back and forth to each other. Yeah, I think at the time they was together. You know, they was vibing together. So, I mean, this album goes on and on. Like you literally can push play. This album is everything, right? Now, the reason why I say this is my favorite Mary album, a lot of people I know say My Life Is. This album came out. It was on my level when it came out. You can dance to it, you can bop to it, and it was safe. I could listen to it with moms around. You know, she was like the music monitor back then. But My Life album was dope too. But I had to grow into My Life album. I wasn't ready for that album. I didn't appreciate My Life album until I got older. That came out when I was in the 10th. So I really wasn't ready for it. She was much more mature and heavier and talking about other stuff on that album. This album was like hip hop, all that. So this album is let me see, it was definitely hip hop influenced because Puffy, they used beats from Make the Music with Your Mouth Biz. They looped MC Light, Stop, Look and Listen. I think that album came they looped that and put that on what is it? I think Reminisce. I think that's the song they used for that. Real Love was they sampled Milk is Chillin'. Sweet Thing, we know that was a remake from Shaka. So yeah, this if you ever heard this album in a while, you should check it out. 1992. Where were you at? What was you doing? What song you love the most on this album? Let me know in the comments. Alright? Now, if there's any other songs or other albums that you want me to talk about or artists, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoy these videos. I appreciate you. And yeah, keep vibing. Today is Malcolm X's birthday, May 19th. Alright? Y'all be easy.